Okay, hey guys, welcome back again. This one is a bit of a, I don't want to say a downer or a negative video, but I've, at the request of in the chat, at the time of recording, I was one of the first people to receive this game, and going through, we've found some problems. So I'm going to go through the cards to start with. So these are the Taidan unit cards. So things I have noticed is going through them, and I'm hoping this will actually come through. There's actually two different colouring with the back of the cards. This is actually a dead giveaway on which cards have problems. This is more red, this one's more orange. Now, I'm not sure if that's coming through properly. I hope so. But so the brighter is on my left and the orange is on the right. So when I flip them, you can see the text is just a bit different. Like the way that it's done. It's annoying. And the colouring is a bit different as well. This is lighter. So you can see that this is lighter in colour. I've mixed everything together from the entire game, so I don't know what it come out of. But if this is an indication that this could be an ongoing problem, I'm hoping the angle is good enough, because I want to put out multiple cards, and I wanted to try and get the light reflection, see, off the cards. I say that's, oh, fuck, this is, sorry. This is going to be an absolute pain in the ass. I might have to do one card at a time, which is honestly going to be annoying. I was hoping to do multiple, but yeah, okay. All right. Let's just get through this. There's a lot of cards. Anyway, we'll go through and you'll be able to see some things I have noticed is I guess that the way that they do the text, with it's bold or italic, what was the way that it angles, even just I think the font on some of these are just different as well. But for those keen eye, they'll notice that it was already pointed out that some damage on some of the cards may be incorrect. So I thought, I've got to do this video to show off the cards one by one. I'm going to go through the tokens. I'm not going to do one by one. There's too many. The cards is going to be enough. It's summer in Australia at the moment. And I took a temperature of the room that I'm in, just to be away from the rest of the family. It's currently 34 degrees. It is sweltering hot here. But because I love board games and I like to help others, I'm enduring this. So others can at least have a look at the cards themselves, but if there's any errors that I haven't noticed that other... So here's a good one on it. Just the text here, the ability is just different. Like it's smaller writing. Some cards are like that. So there's a good one for you. Sorry, we'll do that. See what I mean? The thing with it too, is I thought No, hang on. Maybe it's because some of the cards have a lot of abilities and a lot of text. Maybe they made it a little bit smaller. But then you get cards like this. There's so much room left, but it's just not done properly. I don't know why. I don't get it. I'm really worried that this got rushed. That, if I remember correctly, they were saying that a lot of the components, all the text, the maps... Sorry about the kookaburras. They thought it was hilarious. Laughing at my pain. Some of the components and things were already, I think, done. Like the cards have already been made. I think the maps had already been designed, and most of the missions had already had a layout, I believe, even when the campaign launched. And it was something that they were trying to say that this is going to be great. It'll be produced and shipped quickly. I get that. That sounded really exciting. But now I'm worried that it was rushed. That they did a preliminary card and thought, that'll do. So that's the last of that. I'll do... Oh, look at the sweat. Sorry, guys. That's probably a little bit gross for some of you. But it's just sweat. Right. Unit cards for the Kushan. Just move those out of the way. And this is the same. Darker blue, light blue, and it's actually this same ship. I do believe... So I'm trying to get them in focus so it's not blurred. That, yeah. Alright, let's go through these. I'm kind of half standing, squatting. It's kind of hurting my back. Alright, go through these. I'm trying to do this as quickly as possible so it's not a long video for people to watch. But also I don't have to be up here in the heat sweating. Sorry, try and keep this angled. I'm just keeping the light away from the card so the text is clear. I am really excited to play this. I am happy that there is a board game. I don't want this to come across as I'm trying to say negative things about the game or the developers. You know, Modifius have made, I hope I've said that right, have made a bunch of other games. I don't know if this is just an anomaly, whether it's the factory has just produced this and showed off one good card. I don't know if this artwork, the cards themselves were even sent to Gearbox to be approved, and they saw it and went, yeah, that's good. We don't know. And that's the other thing, is these were never shown off before they were shipped. They weren't even shown to the backers to say, hey, can you go through the cards themselves and check erratas, check the problems. Because there are some of you, and I'm hoping that people watch this just to be informed, but there are some of you that are so keen-eyed and know how games work that honestly you should be game developers yourselves. Way better than myself. And I'm trying to make a board game. So this font here, it's just... I don't have a problem with this, but it's just inconsistent. I think that's one of the problems that I'm really having, is it's just the inconsistency with some of it. It's like a part of it was done, and they went, yep, that looks good, and then along the way something changed, or And they've been pretty quiet about it. There's no update. There's enough of us in there that have put our hands up to say, hey, something's not right. I'm missing some models, I might add. I had already written that as a post into the Kickstarter comment section, that the blue Kushan, the fighters and the bombers, I'm missing 2 of the bombers. Now, I want to refer to these cards as the mercenary cards, just because, from my understanding, these can be used by either side. These cards also suffer from the color variation in print. Some are dark, some are light. So we'll just see if I can refocus. Oh, I think I've... see if that's good. I actually reinstalled Homeworld, the remastered version, to play again, because I'm so excited for this. I just haven't had time to actually have a game with just, you know, the Christmas break and trying to get things sorted for the family. Some issues and stuff have popped up too. And I thought, this is pretty important. People have said that... The storm's rolling in. People have said they really want to see this. They want to see the cards, what the problems is, and that way we can actually collectively compile a list of errors to cross-reference with other backers that receive the game, that will actually be vocal and post within the chat to let us know, hey, I've got a problem. And that way we can actually forward that information on to Modifius and say, these are the problems, how can this be fixed? We're still waiting on the PDFs as well for the stuff that was meant to be done. But that's not happening until the new year now. But in that time of waiting on production, and in that time that there was the damaged stock from the US, which I was pretty vocal about, was quite silly to halt all shipping around the world. What are they going to do about this? They could have had all the PDFs done in that time. I don't know if they're working on other projects, but I'd like to think that they would have dedicated at least a couple of people to getting this done. Having a campaign that's shipping finalized in every aspect of it too. I don't know if that's just wishful thinking or if that's how I would run a campaign. One of these cards is not like the others. And I don't mean their color. So this is the most obvious problem, the inconsistent of text. And it's only one of them. Of 4 cards, one of them has this, I guess the size of the lettering is just smaller. Okay. Little cards. These also have the weird print on the back of them. Try and get the angle right. I don't want to go too close, but hang on, I'll see if... There. We'll zoom in. I probably should have done that with the other cards, honestly. There was someone that posted in the comment asking what the final card count was. I think it's quite possible they want to sleeve the game, which is fair. They might think they'll get a lot of use out of it, or will actually play this quite a lot. I know some people like to sleeve. My Street Fighter game, I sleeved. It was like 1,400 sleeves just for the character cards themselves. Heroic leader cards. Just having a quick look before. These are the leaders. Some of these abilities, I had a quick read through the rules, not all of them, on how some of it worked. And some of these cards seem like they're really powerful. Now, I do believe they said that this wasn't going to be made for retail. They're not going to do another run. That this was going to be the Kickstarter exclusive, and whatever extra copies are out there would be sold on their store or conventions or something like that. We don't get conventions here in Australia, so we don't actually get the option for any of that game extra stuff that's sold at conventions at all. And it really sucks. And it's too expensive to fly to another country just to get insert character pack here or something. I just really wish that I had someone that could hook me up. Even with, you know, Comic-Con exclusive stuff, and yeah, it does suck being so far away from other countries at times. But here I am from the land down under, trying to be really cool and help everybody out. I'm trying to leave enough timing. So if you see a card, you can pause it. Right, we're not even halfway through the cards yet. So I'm going to break it up a little bit, just to save my back, because I'm not actually sitting down. I'm going to show some of the errors that I have with my boards. Now, because I got the Grand Admiral, that's why there's so many cards. That's why I've got 8 maps in total. Oh, okay. Sorry, guys. Very sore back. We'll zoom back out. Now, just got to find the boards with the problems. Oop, okay, so oop, you've got a little bit of lifting there. That edge hasn't been glued down properly. That's one of them. Oh. Sorry, I'm smacking stuff around. Here we go. So here's another one. You can see that's not glued down properly. That's not the worst of it. So I've got 3 boards that are just not done properly. Let me find the worst one. That one. Sorry, I'm trying to be quick, guys. Here we go. There is a huge crease that's just not glued properly. It's fine. I guess I could probably flatten it out a bit, or just be careful when playing. But this wasn't, you know, $100 game. Which is the other issue is, sorry, I'm just going to readjust so I can maybe sit so I don't hurt my back more. Yeah. It's just not a cheap game. And I would like it not to feel cheap. Is the issue. Oh. Sorry, try and get. I can't move my hand any further away because it goes. I've got to hold them. Sorry, trying to get positioning and get up close, because some of the writing on this card's, it's just tiny. If it looks a little bit blurry, that's not because I just readjusted. I'll take a card that we'd previously saw. The print is blurry, as you can see on this one, and that's one of the bad text on the other cards. The text themselves are just a little bit blurry. I just wanted to show that in case you thought, nope, he's readjusted and everything's all messed up. Okay, so that's these cards. Also, I just had a thought. I said that it's 34 degrees. I'm not totally sure I said if it was Fahrenheit or Celsius. So for some that's, oh, that's really cold. Yeah, we don't run on Fahrenheit. Everything is done in what I feel is the correct way of measuring temperature. Bit of a joke. It's really hot. It's just really, really muggy, as we say. Upgrade cards for Kushan. Now, they didn't do grey or yellow cards, in case some of you were wondering that. You've just used these. As you know, that's only 2 factions in 2 different colours. You still use the same cards for either the Taidan or the Kushan. And they're just done in their original colours. Which I'm grateful, actually, they gave us the extra colours. It does making, like when you play more than 2 players, just gives that a bit more option, I think. I know I like that when it comes to different characters, different models, different sculpts, different art. Something I've been looking at is having a neoprene map made, because there's no companies that do it at the moment. As an add-on for this campaign, I think that would have been nice to have. Just a couple of neoprene mats. I would have gotten a couple myself. Those boards, because it's done on cheap cardboard, they don't always sit flat. And it doesn't matter which side that you put them on. It's a bit of an issue. And I'm just disappointed, I think, is the word that I'll use. I just think that we all trusted that it was just going to be better than what it is. I mean, other people, their copies might be pristine, immaculate. But I have seen copies a lot worse than mine. So I don't know what happened with the quality control. So I would consider my tokens to be reasonable. Decent in comparison to some other people. When the die cutting happened to, I think it was posted on Facebook and Modifius was tagged. Someone had showed off some of the tokens that, if this was the token and it's supposed to be cut around, sorry, use the corner of the card to show. If it's supposed to be cut around here, it's cut through the center. Like, the alignment of what was meant to be cut was just completely off. If you haven't seen that, I would say, I think there's a discussion section on their website, through the Facebook, to see if you can find that post. The person also posted photos that when they took the maps, they put them together, the hexagonals don't align. Like the actual outline map dividers, when you connect the maps together, It just doesn't line up properly. That's really annoying because I don't know if it's his only copy that's a problem with. I haven't checked mine yet. Just little things like this just makes me worried. And I had written this, but I would like to put it into this video too. I do feel a little bit, I guess, responsible in causing a bit of stress with people. I am sorry for that. I don't mean to, I guess, douse any excitement that people might have about receiving a game that they've spent hard-earned money on and we've waited all this time. I don't, you know, I don't want to be making these videos to go, hey, look at this shit quality. Yeah, this sucks, man. I hope yours isn't shit. Take that. I don't mean any of that stuff at all. That's why I thought I'd pose the question. Would people like to see the cards? Because I didn't go through them in my original unboxing video. And now I've mixed them all up. I've sorted them. They're all together. But there's just a lot of cards here as well. So I think we're about halfway now. And I don't want to stress people out. I'm just, you know, I'm trying to help. I'm trying to point out these errors and these problems early on so that when people do get their copy, they might identify some of the issues that may not be apparent, like myself. Honestly, it didn't really occur to me that some of these cards are just different. I'd looked through them, but I hadn't studied them. Okay, now, this is the command cards. It's a massive pile. So I'm going to have to split this into two. Command cards. And as you can see, that's just from the factory. Just pressing in where they've been bound together. Oh, see if I can get this in. Sorry, I'm trying to rush through this as quick as I can. But yes, if me doing my post and these videos and stuff has stressed you, I am sorry. That's not my intention. Sorry I'm shaking. I don't know what's wrong with my arm. Just trying to relax. Oh. On a card that has a lot of text like this, I get that the spacing needs to be, a lot smaller. The text needs to be a little bit smaller. I get that. But some of those other cards, there was plenty of space. I think the formatting was another issue. just remembered too, apparently some of the art on some of the cards is incorrect. Someone going through this video, I'm sure you'll find that. As I credited those keen eye people that just, your knowledge is just appreciated is the word I will use. That you spot these things and you help others as well. Because it's not just, as example, me doing this. I do this to help others, but it does obviously help myself because I've got the game too. I'm in the same position that anybody that bought this is in. Some other people unfortunately ended up with a lot worse condition or missing items. Instead of being sent the scaffold box, they got sent the scout box. It was just missing all that extra stuff. And unfortunately, so that's something I want to point out too. The factory scratches. I get that this happens. And this definitely isn't, oh, you need to replace that card because it's got scratches. It's going to get scratches. I get that. That's fine. But of all the little problems, yeah, it's just interesting that I think quality control just passed. I don't know what happened. I don't know if they'll look into it, to be honest. I don't know what would be done about this. They could just say, right, well, we'll give you the PDFs, go and print them yourself. I don't want that. Honestly, if that's the outcome that they come up with, and they say, we'll just give you the files, make them yourself, that's not good enough. That's the fence that I'm standing on. The issues that I have with my maps, I'll try and fix it myself. If it's got a little bit of an air bubble, I'll deal with it. Complete errata problems or spacing and stuff like that. If they're able to produce stickers, I guess. If this text is wrong, if they can do a sticker that I can put over the top of the card that at least matches the coloring. So if I put it over the top, yes, you can tell there's a sticker there, but it's not just some, you know, printed thing at home, or, you know, it's not done on this proper card. It's gonna stand out. It's gonna look ugly. I just don't think it's an option. The stickers, yeah, some people aren't gonna like that idea, but I think it could be the cheapest and easiest fix. But ultimately, I know that some of these problems, I would like a reprint. If that's possible, since it is a product that we paid for. Laws in other countries are a little bit different, I know, when it comes to especially consumer laws. Here in Australia, we're a lot more strict with our consumer laws. I just want a fun game. I hope this is fun. That's it. Can't really ask for more. Alright. Nearly there. So, still going on the command cards. Excuse me. I'm curious, actually, to the people that bought this, that watched this video, and would like to comment. When did you first discover Homeworld? Is this purchase of this game in relation to your love of the video game? Or did you see this and just think, oh, that looks like a really cool sci-fi army building tabletop board game that just happens to be in the universe of Homeworld? I'm curious. For me, is like I showed in that unboxing video, I've bought all of the Homeworld games as they come out, ever since the first one. I am a massive fan of this series. But yes, it'd be cool to know what got people into the series, what, you know, the reason for buying this game. Yeah, just cool little topic of discussion. I don't do this channel to try and have it as a source of income. I'm nowhere near that. Looking at the requirements of to have a YouTube channel that you actually start to generate a revenue from, I don't even think I'm 0.5% on my way there. I do this just because I myself enjoy watching an unboxing video of stuff that I either can't buy, or I'm looking it up because the artwork caught my eye and thought, hey, that game actually looks pretty fun. I wonder what it plays like. I want to look at the components as well. I guess the quality of them, which is why I watch unboxing videos. I don't necessarily always base my opinion on reviews either, because there are some reviewers, which I won't say names, but they seem to, I guess, only have a few type of board games that they like the most, and they will always rate them high, as opposed to other style games. As example, a worker placement style game. They might like those over other types of games, especially if it has miniature heavy dungeon crawler style games. They might not like those as much and have, I guess, a bit of a biased opinion. But then again, I guess every type of review is usually going to have some small portion of biasism within the review itself. Is where just doing an unboxing, I'm not really having an opinion. To a point, I express that I have an interest in the series, whether it's based on the IP that it may be based on, or that it has miniatures, That's my personal opinion, but I'm not doing it as a review. And even then, I'm not trying to review these games. I'm just showing off what comes in it. The quality of the product speaks for itself, to be honest. And I just, you know, I like to do it in my free time. I cosplay in my free time. It's fun. I don't get paid for it. I'm not famous because of it. And I think that's what has been lost with some hobbies. People only do something if it's going to benefit them. And that's 100% not why I'm doing this video. I just want it to be nice and help. That's all for those cards. Bloody hell. There was mention that people wanted to see tokens. Oh. So I will take out some and lay them out so you can see just what they look like. These are of the same quality as the ones I just shown. There's quite a lot of tokens. I don't want to get them all out, but I will get some out. Oop. Sorry, put them in view. So you can see that's off center. This doesn't stress me all too much. Yeah, it's a little off center. It's okay. I can still read what it is. It's not, for me, that's not a big issue. Whoop. Sorry about my light. I also don't want that to seem like I'm calling out people that would say something against it. That's not what I'm saying either. So the planet, I don't know if that's meant to be. This one you can tell it's off center. Honestly, that one is a bit annoying. That one has annoyed me a little bit. These other ones, this is fine. I can see that it's a planet. Now it has begun to rain. I'm really hoping that doesn't affect the sound of the video. If it does, apologies. Trying to close that window would actually be quite loud. So I'm just going to try and rush. Sorry, I'll bring these up closer. I mean, these aren't too bad. These ones are pretty much the same as the others. They just have numbers and letters, which actually, after I watched through the video again, I noticed that I called them numbers instead of letters. My bad. So we'll just show off some more here. And they're all the same in that bag. The rest of the tokens are fine. They're all okay. Now I'm just going to zoom out, readjust. Actually, I might. I'll zoom in a little bit when need be. I'll probably go handheld a little bit with this too. People wanted to see... right. I'll put a disclaimer at the start of the video, but I will put a verbal disclaimer. I'm going to show off the missions. If you don't want to see them, skip this part. So, I'm going to go handheld at this point, just so I can move the stand that I had. Okay. Oh, no. Sorry. I'll keep it this way. The whole video is like that. Fuck. What am I going to do about this glare? Nope, that's not working. Sorry, having a bit of issues here. So the map in all its glareness. Because it's raining, the sun's gone away, and I'm just relying on this little lamp that I've got, and I'm in the room. Okay, I think this part of the video is going to go horribly. There was something mentioned that the layout of these may not have changed since the original book that was uploaded, and it was to do with the movement is going to be the issue. So shows off what's in reserve, what you need, the name of the mission, what's included, rewards, the scenario rules. Excuse me, and then the layout, which I seem to... I can't get rid of that glare. Sorry, everyone. So if I do that, that's about the only way. Phone, come on, stay focused. Reference. Okay. Right. So movement. Lightning move. And I think this one talks about I don't know. Forward facing ships. I just thought I'd show that off because movement apparently was going to be the issue. Here's the scenarios. There's your warning. Apologies for that. That's going to be really bad. I'm trying to get this done as quick as I can. Boarding rules. Freeform battles. Fucking. Yep, that actually made it worse. And the rules on how to do that. Set up zones. Okay, that's the end of that. I'll end the video there. It's really not much else. I did put these together though. Thought I'd show just how they're glued. I'll fix that gap. That's where the super glue made it stick to my table. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Sorry for the loud noises and the end. That's the result of the cards. But yeah, alright, hope this helps. Leave a comment if I've done good, or if this is shit and I should just redo it eventually. Alright, thanks everyone.